Good morning, everyone. I'm Trisha Hendricks. Thank you so much for joining us. The Arizona Department of Health Services just released new numbers on coronavirus cases statewide. DHS is reporting 177 people have died, and there are now 4,719 confirmed cases. Those numbers are up from yesterday when there were 169 deaths reported and 4,507 confirmed cases. But there is hope. From the Institute for Health Metrics and Evaluation at the University of Washington, the experts there suggest it's now been 12 days since the projected peak of deaths in Arizona, and that we could see the end of daily deaths as soon as May 20th. But the question at the top of everyone's minds, where's our state headed economically? So we invited Governor Doug Ducey to Studio 12A. Here's what he thinks about when it will be safe for businesses to reopen.
We're going to know so much more a week from now. And we have a full 2 weeks. We're getting data every day in terms of contractions, hospitalizations, and the whole idea has been to lower and eliminate as many of the deaths and contractions as we can. So let's follow the data. Dr. Fauci and Dr. Deborah Birx have put out a great document from the Centers for Disease Control. Those are the folks that guided us to where we are today, and they'll help guide Arizona out at the appropriate time.
If you want to catch the full interview with Governor Ducey, go to our website, 12news.com, or check out the free 12 News app. So how close are we really to reopening? Phoenix Mayor Kate Gallego says May 1st is too soon based on the White House guidelines and the current data, despite her desire to help businesses and a return to normalcy. But the head of the Maricopa County Department of Public Health says we're seeing a plateau in the valley.
So when I look at the slope of this line, you can see that it's basically been flat.
Despite that, we're still seeing statewide increases in both positive cases and deaths. Congressman Andy Biggs wants the governor to open the state now with the same social distancing guidelines that we're seeing in grocery stores. Meantime, the Navajo Nation is extending its weekend curfew for the rest of the month. The new order comes as the nation sees a spike in cases. More than 1,000 people on the Navajo Nation have tested positive and more than 40 have died. The weekend curfew went into effect at 8 o'clock last night. It's in place until Monday at 5 a.m. That curfew does not apply to essential workers, but those folks have to have proof of employment with them at all times until the curfew expires. Hospitals still struggling to get personal protective equipment, but a group at ASU is hoping to fix that problem by letting people make it at home. Team 12's Will Pitts has the story.
A group of ASU students saw that hospitals couldn't get enough PPE. Companies couldn't provide them fast enough. The solution, let people make them at home, crowdsourcing PPE.
So it's the face shield headband, basically. And so we're sourcing the clear material that you can see here that's being laser cut on laser cutters here on campus.
Those 3D printers behind Tyler Smith would just be sitting there otherwise. No classes, no students, nothing to do. Instead, they're cranking out personal protective equipment.
A handful of volunteers here assembling face shields, and then those face shields were boxed up and sent out.
Medical staff across the country are scrambling to find PPE, face shields, masks, gowns, anything. And when classes shut down, the students at ASU's Luminosity Lab came up with an idea. They could use the school's fabrication equipment to make PPE.
And all of our students were just filled with passion. They were ready to go. They wanted to help. And so right off the bat, they started the rapid production of PPE.
And if they could make PPE, what about the guy with a 3D printer in his garage, the sewing fanatic with an idle sewing machine? That idea turned into the PPE Response Network. Here's how it works. Hospitals put out the call for whatever they need. Producers, that's everyone from big manufacturing companies to Bob in his basement, sign up and pledge to make what they can. It's sterilized and taken to medical workers. The plans are posted on the site for reusable and disposable face shields, nasal swabs for testing, and medical gowns.
Individuals in their homes doing it, and they're calling up hospitals trying to build that relationship. They're driving over PPE.
ASU says hospital groups like Banner and Honor Health have already started placing orders.
And that's exactly what a healthcare system like Banner Health needs right now. We need speed and we need a lot of great ideas.
And the more people that sign up, the more they can produce.
It's really shown that there's just limited potential in humans. It just doesn't matter what age. And I hope that we continue to see this creativity.
William Pitts, 12 News.
What a great idea. Thank you so much, Will. Well, today the Arizona Cardinals are asking the Red Sea to rise up and help healthcare workers. The team is partnering with Project Cure for a PPE collection drive, and they're asking for unused or unopened packages of these items: goggles, clear face shields, surgical masks, N95 mask, gloves, shoe covers, and hand sanitizer, all in high demand. The donation drive will be at State Farm Stadium today from noon until 4 p.m. Let's take another look at the new totals of coronavirus cases just released by the Arizona Department of Health Services. DHS is reporting 177 people have died. There are now 4,719 confirmed cases. Those numbers are up from yesterday when there were 169 deaths reported and 4,507 confirmed cases. Taking a closer look at the numbers here in Maricopa County, according to the county health department, there are 2,492 confirmed cases, and there are now 70 deaths, 459 people hospitalized, and 143 in the ICU. Stay with 12 News on air and online. You can find the latest information surrounding the coronavirus and how it's really affecting Arizonans on the 12 News app. It's free to download if you don't already have it. A great resource. Thank you so much for joining us for this latest update. Have a great day and stay safe, Arizona.